Hello and welcome to Sudden Inspirations with Dale. I hope I can inspire you, and before it's over, we can inspire each other. You have a voice. That's right, you have a voice. Sometimes your words can be sheltered, which means that you keep your words to yourself. You don't let other people in to let them know what you're doing or what you're thinking. But you have a voice. Your voice can actually inspire somebody else. Sometimes people go through trauma, go through different situations, go through grief, go through divorce. You have a voice. Sometimes you may go through something and you feel like, well, nobody's going to really listen to my story. Don't nobody want to hear about me. Don't nobody want to hear my story. That's just the enemy way of telling you or trying to keep you into shame or keep you sheltered and not allow people to know that you have gone through something. If you've gone through something, just know that the scripture says that the redeemed of the Lord say so. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so. So if you have been redeemed from something, you have overcome something, don't you know that if you, and that's Psalms 107. Remember I told you that one of the things I'm trying to remember how to do is remember the Psalms that's connected with certain things if I make a reference. Psalms 107 said, let the redeemed of the Lord say so. So that means if you've gone through something, don't you know that your story can actually be an impact on somebody else? Your story can actually help someone else. Because just like I was telling you about my personal story about moving from one place to another, and I'm always talking about my mom. And then on the podcast, I hope you've listened to that by now. Listening to the podcast, you can hear that I was telling you about the time that I went through a divorce and how we were able to overcome that together and still great friends even to this day. But just those things can help other people, though. It lets you know that you don't have to live in guilt and shame, because that's something that you can use your voice to overcome. Sharing your story with other people. Having that place where you can have an outlet. Because we've all been through something. You can think about what you've gone through. You can think about what you've grown through. Because we grow through what we go through. So you can think about something that you've gone through and have grown through. And then once you grow through those things, maybe you can have a way to help somebody else. You've probably gone through a heartbreak one time in your life. Well, that's probably going to happen in your life. At least one time, you're going to feel a heartbreak. And so if you've gone through heartbreak and somebody's going through something and they act like they can't live without somebody else, then you can let them know through your story that, yeah, you're going to live through that. You're going to get over that person. The next one will be right around the corner. And you're going to get over that person. And you're going to get over the next person. Because those are some things that you're going to be able to grow through. So don't think that your story doesn't matter. Hello, thank you for joining. I can't see the name, so thank you for joining. And so just know that whatever your story is, you can help somebody else through that story. Because you don't know how somebody else can be impacted. So don't think it don't matter, because it does. Whatever you're going through, it matters. Because your story can help somebody else. You have a voice. So use that voice to help somebody else. Not only can you use that voice when you're going through trauma, you can also help somebody else through your voice to educate them. You can teach other people through your story by letting them know that, okay, I can't tell you about how to handle your own situation, your business, but I can tell you what I did. So that letting you know that you're not just saying something to the person that's trying to tell them what to do. You can just share an enlightenment. Because sometimes you'll say to yourself, I'm not qualified to do that. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a therapist. You don't have to be a counselor, a therapist, or a life coach to share a kind word with someone else, or to just be transparent with somebody, just to let them know that you have gone through something and that you can help somebody else. So just know that you can help somebody else through your story. So just think about how you can let somebody else be empowered. And then when you do that, guess what? You are an inspiration, because you are. You are empowering, because you are a person who can empower somebody else. So you are intelligent. You are inspiring. You are empowering. And you are definitely a game changer. So continue to be a game changer in somebody else's life when you share your story with someone. Continue to be a game changer. Continue to let people know that you can go through the situation, but you can also make a shift and then go in a different direction so that you can be able to continue to be a person that can grow beyond those circumstances. You can grow beyond those situations. I've heard so many countless stories of how people have gone through something, and after they go through it, they talk about it. So sometimes their situation is no different from yours or mine. The difference is that they're sharing it and they're talking about it. So that's the difference. So are you sharing? Are you talking? And that begins with being transparent. Because sometimes your transparency could be the one thing that another person needs to actually help them along the way, to help them become overpowered, help them to be growth-minded, help them to have that hope, the determination, the next step. So that next level that they're looking for could basically come from you. So think about how you can continue to be inspired by other people through your voice, because your voice matters. Continue to use your voice to be a change agent, because you are a change agent, meaning that you can use your voice to help other people. And then when you become a change agent, not only does it help other people, it helps you too. Because I personally can say that just being on certain inspirations with Dale has empowered me because it has given me the confidence to know that there's someone out there that I can help. Someone out there that I can continue to help grow. Don't you want to continue to help someone else grow? Sure you do. Because you help me grow each and every day, believe it or not. Because I told you that one of my goals is to be a speaker. I continue to let that be one of my goals. And it has become a goal. And now not only has it become a goal, it has also now become a reality. Because you remember I told you that next week I'll be speaking in an engagement next week. So thanks to you, thanks to being able to be on this platform, you are also helping me. So just like I'm using my voice to help you and to help myself, you can use your voice to also help someone. Hello, Perry. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I'm a little bit late this time. I had to go out to a dinner engagement, so now I'm just getting back home. But I still wanted to be able to come on just to share a few words of inspiration. And so I was talking to Dave about how you can use your voice to help someone else. Because a lot of people go through different traumas. They go through situations. Hello, Ann. Thank you for joining. And then, oh, yeah, and by the way, Ann is going to have her business open again tomorrow. As a matter of fact, it's going to open tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So you can get there early. You can go even before church, right? Going through Sunday school. But using your voice to empower somebody else. Because you may have gone through a situation, gone through some type of trauma, and then now you made it through it. And so you have made it through whatever situation you have. But guess what? Just like I was telling you earlier, that when you make it through a situation, it's not for you to just get through the situation and just sit on it and say, okay, I'm done. I went through it. No, that's when you can use your voice now to help somebody else. You would be surprised at the number of people who are going through what you have already grown through. And then if you've already made it through that situation, the Lord bless you to be able to be resilient enough to get through it, then help somebody else along the way. Your words, believe it or not, can truly help somebody else. Especially if have gone through a situation and they're going through it. They're going through it right now. They feel like they're not going to make it. They feel like they're giving up. But you are the person who can use your voice to tell them, yeah, I went through that. It seemed like it's going to be the end of the world, but it's not the end of the world. You're going to make it through it. Just think about that. And you'll probably say, well, I can't tell nobody else. If you made it through it, yes, you can, because now you are not only an overcomer, you're not only victorious, you are a testimony to that person. So you can be a living testimony to show somebody else that, okay, if I made it through this, I didn't lose my mind, then you're going to make it through it. Your situation may be a little different. It might not always be the same, but you're going to make it through it. So, and that's what people need. Encouragement and hope to know that they're going to make it through it. I made it through it. You made it through it. They're going to make it through it because you're going to use your voice, right? You're going to use your voice to tell them that they can make it through it. Sometimes the situation might not be the way you want it to be. But guess what? It may not be the way you want it to be or I want it to be. Because our goal is just to set those plans, set the strategy, put it in motion, and then guess what? Sometimes our plan don't even work out in God's favor, and the way God has it for us. Sometimes God has a whole totally different plan for us. And then we learn to adjust, and we learn to follow his plan. So that's what we're doing. Again, this is Certain Inspirations with Deb. So I hope I've inspired you, because you have certainly inspired me.